Today on the channel, we'll be unboxing the first Herald of Galactus. Here on... Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing Marvel Legends Silver Surfer from Hasbro Toys. Boasting over 20 points of articulation, this 6-inch scale figure includes 4 alternate hands, 2 power effects, and his silver surfboard. Now, I bought my figure from Amazon as a pre-order. It finally arrived a few weeks ago, and I've been holding on to it for a while now. Before we rip this out of the package, let's go ahead and take a look at the box art first. The front is a window box with the figure on display with all of his accessories and the logo. Turning to the side, we have some nice original artwork for the Silver Surfer. Turning towards the back, we've got the figure itself on display in the form of some nice photography and special effects. Turning to the other side, we've got that same artwork just reversed. And finally, up at the top, we've got the Silver Surfer logo in his typical Silver Surfer font. It's pretty decent packaging, it's pretty standard for Marvel Legends. Not much else going on there, so let's go ahead and skip ahead and get this thing out of the package. Alright, and here we go. Let's go ahead and break out my trusty X-Acto knife, get this thing sliced open, take it out of the box, and see what we got going on here. Alright. Luckily there are no twisty ties to hold this thing back, but this thing is very secure in the plastic. Gotta use a little bit of extra force to get him out of here, and here we go. Now, on a first inspection, he looks pretty good. Nothing is groundbreaking in terms of the sculpt. I think I've seen pretty much all of these pieces in other figures before. The paintwork is really good. I do like the silver on here. He's not too glossy, so he doesn't look too chrome. I'm not a big fan of that look for the Silver Surfer, and he's not too matte either. He looks just about right. Looks like the special effect came already attached to his hand, so that's curious. Let's go ahead and go over the articulation. So the head is, oh, head's really tight. Head goes all the way around. Looks like there is a hinge joint on here as well as a ball joint. We've got butterfly joints in the shoulders. Arms go up to about there. There is a cut at the bicep for both of the arms. Both are really tight. We've got double jointed elbows. They're okay. They don't go in as far as I would like them to, but they're not bad. There is articulation in the wrist. There's a hinge on it as well, so there's a nice flex to both of the hands, which is very good. Alright, no problems there. There is your classic Marvel Legends ab crunch and waist twist. Nothing groundbreaking there. Legs don't really go out that far, unfortunately. There is an upper thigh cut right there. Double jointed knees, which are very good. Yep, that one's good as well. We actually have a boot cut on here for both legs, so that's pretty good. That should help in those surfboarding poses. We've got good articulation in the ankles. There's a very nice pivot, hinge to it, so that's nice. That's really good. Our articulation is pretty good on this figure. No real complaints. I don't need Spider-Man flexibility on this because Silver Surfer's whole thing is kind of looking stoic. Let's check out his accessories, starting off with the board. Alright, that's in there nice and tight, and it's, you know, it's okay. I don't like that it's hollowed out in the back. I wish it was a little bit thicker, to be perfectly honest, but it's fine. Next up, we have some Power Cosmic effects, which look pretty cool. Very curvy sculpt. I like the glitter inside of the plastic. Looks pretty nice. And we've got some extra hands, some splayed out hands for those surfing the cosmic waves. Next up, we've got a fist. A set of fists, actually. One of the fists came with the figure already prepackaged. And we've got a chopping hand. For, you know, for chopping people, I guess. So, here's the figure. Looks really good. We're gonna go ahead and just get that power effect out of the way. Take the hand off, take that off. Honestly, I don't even have to take the hand off. It can fit through the hole in the power effect. Get the other fist on, and here we've got a fisted look. Looks very good. The hands slip off and on very nicely. No issues there. No paint rubbing, nothing of that nature. I want to say that this thing is 100% pearlized plastic. I don't think this is actually any paint application, except for the eyes, obviously. Here you can see some alternate looks with his chopping hands and his splayed out hands. And now let's see how he looks on his board. So we've got some peg holes on the bottom of his feet, you know, as most action figures do. We're going to just get him on the peg on the board, move some joints here and there, and okay, there we go. There we have it. He is on his board, and he balances pretty well on it too. Let's break out the special effects and add that to the boarded surfer, and there we go. Okay. Now you can actually add those special effects to his fingertips as well. There are a few holes in those special effects to get them sort of plugged in, so it doesn't look kind of as awkward as I had it. Now if I have a complaint of one thing missing, it's got to be the stand that came from the HasLab Galactus. It is completely non-existent with this figure, and I really think this figure needed a stand for the surfboard effect. I think it looks a little incomplete without it. If you just have him on display on top of his surfboard, it just looks awkward to me. I don't know if I'll ever be getting the HasLab Galactus, so not having that special effects stand is a bit of a bummer. I would have paid a little bit more just to have it with this character. I know there was another single card Silver Surfer figure from Marvel Legends that came with Thor's hammer, and that didn't come with a stand either. I'm not really a big fan of the color that they chose for that figure. It looks a little too dark for me. I really do prefer the one that they've got right here. Let's test out the balance on this bad boy. And with a little bit of subtle manipulation, he does stand up pretty well. Perfect. While we got him here, let's go ahead and do some comparisons with some other Marvel Legends figures I've got on hand. Let's start off with an Iron Man. Alright, there we go. Looks good. He is a little shorter than Iron Man, which is good. The Silver Surfer doesn't have to be a huge guy. I mean, he controls the pyrocosmic. Height, it really shouldn't be a factor. Let's go ahead and compare him with the Giant Man, and it looks like he has pretty much the same body as Giant Man for the most part, although Giant Man stands just a little bit taller than him for whatever reason. I think Giant Man just has a bigger head. Either way, they all look good together. Very nice, very lovely. And let's swap them out and do a little more comparisons with Black Panther and Luke Cage. And it looks like he's the smallest figure out of these three as well. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. I mean, honestly, I think this would be the perfect body for Spider-Man. But I wouldn't be surprised if they are already using this particular body for Spider-Man. I'm not a hardcore Marvel Legends collector, so I'm not the best person to ask. All in all, this is a pretty good looking figure. Again, nothing groundbreaking. It doesn't have the ball jointed, the waist swivel that the Iron Fist figure had. But all in all, this is really good. Because, I mean, really, this doesn't need that waist swivel. That's a more of a Spider-Man thing, more for martial artists. This is a bit of a softball figure. You really have to work hard to kind of screw this character up. Okay, final thoughts. This is a pretty good figure. It's right at the right price. Well, not anymore, unfortunately. I got mine as a pre-order from Amazon for $24.99. However, it shot up to $41.28. So that's unfortunate if you haven't already bought this or you didn't get it with the HasLab Galactus figure. I don't have any issues with the figure itself. The sculpt is good, paint is good. I really like the type of silver that they use for this. My only gripe really comes with the surfboard and the lack of a stand. I really wish this thing had a stand, or if there was something that you could buy separately at least to support this figure, to make it look a little better, to make it pop. It is unfortunate, but it's not a deal breaker. All in all, I would definitely recommend this. Go out and get it. It's pretty nice. So that's going to pretty much wrap everything up. I am Rip It Open at Newman on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.